first there was, one of the suggestions was an agreement was intercity bus service, more fast, frequent, reliable service to get people around, more robust pedestrian and bike pathways and access, and then river ferry but wind and electric to get across, increase passenger train, which we'd say more like high-speed rail, using alternative fuels or electric or other fuel. Horses could be used. Kiteboards, sailboats, again, that's going to be on more of the river, that too. So solar vehicles, not again car-free, but bikes, walking, and then Lisa brought up that she's been to Zermatt, Switzerland. They have a pedestrian town, and it's all pedestrian. They have an electric train that brings in the people, the food, anything they need, and they use these carts to take the things into town. And the trains are they charge when they're going down the mountain. And so they're actually able to use some of that electric charge to do others. So then we were saying that $5,000 that we would save on the bus, we're going to go to Zermatt, Switzerland, and see what we could model after that. So that would be our trip.
That sounds great. I was actually going to suggest that. I'll go too. Let's see. Thank you. Great ideas. Did you say kiting? Like a kite to work, right? Too. What the hell? Let's see. Another group of the car-free Utopia. All right. Coming at you. Oh, okay.
Our group here has discussed passenger rail service on both sides of the river. We imagine a more quiet and serene gorge for everyone, greater density in town, new businesses and conversion of businesses from auto shops, parking lots, car washes, things we won't be needing as much, bike share, new transit connections, formation of a regional transit authority with ODOT and WashDOT cooperation, perhaps ferries, water taxis, and we suspect more visitors, not fewer.
I love it. Thank you. All right. The other car-free. Yeah, there you are.
We have lots of e-bikes and e-bike share, lots of buses with bike racks and bus shelters, sidewalk segment infill for all the walking. We have lots of wheelchairs for our elderly. We have lots of bike parking and covered bike parking, healthier people, electric trains to Portland. Housing and shops have been built on our old parking lots. Our roads have been restriped for only bikes and transit. We have a balance of housing and jobs in our town, so people don't have to commute. We have e-ferry boats. We have an electric grid to support all the e-bikes. And then we got into more fantastical things like moving sidewalks and flying cars and gondolas and escalators and affordable housing.
I love it. In a nutshell. Amazing. Sounds so dreamy. All right, and then one more. Yes. Jody, or oh. Okay.
Hi all. Yeah, we were also car-free. River travel, passenger ferries, more minibuses, turning I-84 into a bus and bikeway, increasing bike share, rails, electric vehicles, also solar vehicles, cable car with rooms for bikes, shuttles to more remote areas, something between like bus and dial-a-ride, and a tram or trolley on existing roads. Those are alternative methods of travel. We also talked a lot about shopping. Town square or a hub with co-ops with local stores, more services, grocery stores, larger box stores locally. We also talked about using the rail lines to deliver goods, so local stops on freight lines, so you could order something and go to the railroad and grab your items. And then we also talked about mobile stores, so the store comes to you, not just the grocery store, but the haircut, the clothing store, things like that. I know that's still vehicles moving, but obviously they'd have some sort of alternative travel or fuel. And then we talked about some other things like ways to regulate congestion, even for the few people who are able to drive cars and afford cars, keeping them on the outer edge of the area. That we would need new bridges, especially if it was going to be largely pedestrian and bike. We had a conversation about industry and businesses providing transportation for shift workers. You know, how are we going to move everybody around? And then if we are going to be walking more and biking more, we need places to get warm and dry.
Well, there's one thing I think that no one said yet. Because we got electric ferries, water taxis, trolleys, right? Trolleys and trams for up and down the hills. And I think the only things was we had a contiguous parkway on these streets, trees and vegetation, but contiguous, like, I think this was Hood River, so it was contiguous through Hood River. And I said we could have that in 2 years if we wanted it.
You heard it here. Thank you. 2 years. Those are amazing ideas, and it's so wonderful to think about a future like that. Then we've got, on the other hand, we've got Money Doesn't Matter World, unlimited funds. Sounds amazing. Can't wait to hear. All right, so raise your hand if you are, all right. Hello, Stephen.
It's going well. How are you? All right. So I'm going to try to go off the notes that we had because I didn't know I'd be the representative. So trains, like a lot of the focus was, it was interesting because when you asked who had car free, I raised my hand for a second because we had so much stuff on here that was car free that I forgot that was not our topic. So trains, so basically they'd be the spine of the region. So they would kind of do what they do now, and then everybody would branch off from there. E-bikes, particularly for getting up big hills. Is that what it was? Or just e-bikes in general, but I think it's because some of us have to walk up big hills sometimes. Bus, interconnectors, bus-only lanes with shelters for waiting so people don't get wet or too hot and things like that. Boats and ferries, which a lot of folks had. Bridge, new bridges, pedestrian, people movers, integrated app for it all, so things where you can kind of like understand exactly where all the buses are, and if you're gonna you can kind of see them moving like on the Uber and Lyft apps. Trailhead shuttle to all the trailheads. Columbia Gorge Explorer. Yep. Towns to trails completed. Remove all cars from I-84. Electric car chargers in all the towns that have to, I guess, stay in towns because they can't access I-84. Active transportation networks and safe bike lanes that have some kind of separation between them and the cars. So, yeah.
Thank you, Stephen. A lot of common ideas there too. All right, the other Money Doesn't Matter World representation, representative. Oh, there you are.
Begrudging representative, but I'm here. We drew a bunch of stuff on that flip chart over there, so I'm going to look at that too. And we started with dam the dams, and we wanted to just dams be damned, trains and ferries crossing, and then we started talking about subways and light rail, and we came up with all of it. So we have high-speed rail on I-84 all the way throughout. That just goes to the main cities. But this squiggly thing here with all the dots, that means it's on, you stop wherever you want, but it's a subway. It is above ground. The high-speed rail is below ground because you're just getting there, right? And then you've got the same subway system on the Washington side too, so that we're there. We've got bike ped only bridges across the river that could also be party zones. And then we're branching out, so we want to make sure everyone has a good bike ped system. Those systems have heated pads with solar powers, capabilities to charge your e-bikes and buses, because each one of them has its own mobility hub where you get what you need and it takes you where you want to go, and then it magically gets back to the mobility hub, or or there's so many of them that you don't have to even think about it. And then all of this is, solar or natural energy, and we've got Wi-Fi on transit, e-bike incentives, and really just like anywhere. So maybe we're just starting with all of it. I don't know. Anything we missed? Bike share? Yeah, so bike share with the mobility hubs, and also I think we did say e-bikes for all, free up here. Yeah, and you just don't have to think about it. You just go. Yeah.
All right. No, you're good. That sounds amazing. Wow.